This is the 2011-2017 Honda Odyssey. Before we get started, let me give a quick shout out to Mia Max Automotive for letting us use the car. They're a used car dealer here in Toronto. Check out the link in description for their entire inventory. Now let's go ahead and get started. Open the driver's side door. Right there by the driver's left side foot, that's the primary hood release lever. Pull it. Now in front of the vehicle, right on top of the Honda emblem there, one of the arms for the H like that. That's a secondary hood release lever. Push it right with one finger. When it's pushed right, raise the hood. Once the hood is raised, this requires a prop rod to stay in place. Get the prop rod out of place, put it in the hood in the slot with the arrow marking it, just like that. The hood's gonna come down a little bit, and now it's secured in place. That's good. Now there are two fuse boxes we need to focus on. One there, second there. First we need to open up that one on the passenger side. There's two clips, press them, and the cover should just come right out. Now underneath the cover are the spare fuses, which will come handy in just a minute. Also, that's where the fuse puller is. Grab the fuse puller, pull it out. See how it works? It goes on the fuse, then you squish it, and then you pull the fuse out. Now for the second one, there are four clips. Two over there, press them at the same time, and the two at the back, press them at the same time. And then the cover should just come right out. Underneath the cover is the fuse diagram. Pay close attention to it. There's one that says interior lights, which is fuse number 11. How do we know that we've been looking at the fuse diagram correctly? Look at the fuse diagram and try and match it, see what's on the actual fuse box. There's even an arrow that says pointed front, FR, towards the front. Now there are four fuses, the big ones on the right side, same in the fuse diagram. Then there's like a bunch of them, and then there are four individual fuses just as it shows over here. So that's the one, 7.5 amps. That's the interior light. What we're going to do is we're going to pull this out, see if the fuse is good or not. If it's bad, we'll replace it with the spare fuse. That's all. It's all about changing the fuses. Put the fuse puller on, squish it, and pull it out. See, this is a good fuse because the metal part in the middle, that is connected. If it's a bad fuse, the metal part is broken. If yours is broken, then we're in luck. All we have to do is get the fuse puller, get the spare fuse out of this cover, get the spare fuse out, put it on the fuse puller there, and then use the fuse puller itself to push it in. Or you can just use it with your hand. See what happens the moment you put the fuse back in, the interior lights are going to come back on. That's it. It was all about just switching the fuses. Put the cover back on, it only goes in one way. Put the fuse puller back on, and then put the cover back on. See how easy the whole process was? It only took us about 2 minutes, and hopefully you found the video useful. In order to close the hood, push on the hood, get the prop rod out of the slot like that, put it back in its place, lower the hood, and then slam it shut.